Hi, Burt.
Hey, Werner. Good to see you.
Tell us about this new idea of making Fairfield into a music city.
It's not a matter of making Fairfield into a music city. It already is.
There you go.
We just haven't identified it as such.
Okay.
We haven't branded it as such. In fact, I was having lunch with somebody who is a former musician here in town. I said, did you know how many live music performance venues are within 2 blocks of us? We were sitting at the square, or within the cultural entertainment district. He says, no, tell me. I said, at least 10.
Wow.
And there's at least 13 or 14 within Fairfield or surrounding suburbs like Libertyville. And I'm going, do you know how many shows, live music shows there are in Fairfield? Almost one for every day of the year. Like last night, there were 3. You couldn't go to all of them. Tonight, there may be 1 or 2, I don't know.
Well, some people go a third here, and a third here.
Some people do, and but I said, there's at least over 300 shows here a year of some quality.
Wow.
Some really big deals. So I had been approached recently by a guy who had an investment opportunity in a new band. I started telling him about Fairfield and basically described it as a music city like this.
Yeah.
I said within the last month or so, just at the Sondheim Center for the Performing Arts, and of course the Stephen Sondheim Center is the first performing arts building in the world named after Stephen Sondheim, the famous Broadway lyricist.
Right.
I said there was a show by Commotion, local musicians who've created a tribute band to Creedence Clearwater Revival. They are better than the original. They have more skilled guitarists. They've got just as good of a singer. I said that was sold out.
Yeah.
All right, then there was the Lazy Show, this musical performance that Fred Gratson had been working on for over a dozen years. And it was a full Broadway style theater show with fabulous actors, great music, and had a terrific run at the Sondheim Center. I said, then there was this film called Arcades and Love Songs, The Ballad of Walter Day, mostly about his, unrequited love, all the love songs he wrote, and him performing some of those songs, and him learning how to perform in his 70s, how to sing. And the thing was just an incredible a movie about music. I said, this is okay, this inspired me. I said, we have had Cafe Paradiso for over 20 years. It is one of the best listening rooms in the Midwest. I was talking to Tim Britton the other day. I said, how did you make it through the pandemic? He told me something really interesting. Most people don't know this. One of the most key things and most popular things at Cafe Paradiso is the open mic on Wednesday nights. Hardly anybody goes to it unless you're performing. There is an audience. But during the pandemic, they went online.
Right.
You know what happened when they went online?
They got to be very popular all over
the world, all over the country. People wanted to perform here. I'm going, let's do that and more, and have have a Fairfield's Got Talent, or online American Idol with people performing from everywhere, have audience here and build a big audience online. I mean, there's so many possibilities, but what I'm looking at and what this investor brought to me in terms of a music proposal was, I said, we could really build more infrastructure and support for local musicians.
Yeah.
Much in the way that we've done over the years for entrepreneurs. We used to put on boot camps for entrepreneurs, bring in investors. I've raised over probably nearly $100 million for Fairfield-based businesses.
Wow.
Couldn't we build up the sort of the literacy for musicians to become commercially successful? And that means more media savvy, social media savvy. So this is the concept of Fairfield as a music city. We've got all these venues, we've got all these musicians, we've got all these live concerts, and a lot of people don't know about them or don't go out to them. So we need to culture our local audience. We need to culture a regional audience for more people to come here, because I've been at shows at the Sondheim where people have come down from Chicago to see some favorite performer that they couldn't see in Chicago, but they could see in Fairfield. So from that standpoint, I think we should let it be known that Fairfield is a music city. It used to be the live music capital of the Midwest, mostly because of the shows at the Sondheim and Cafe Paradiso. And we've now got more listening rooms like the Golden Magnolia, more performance venues.
Where we are now.
Last night was the first show ever at the Lower Music Studio.
Oh, the Lower Music Studio, yeah.
He had a show last night. There's the Lab. They had a concert last night with John Estrin, like a dance band. And we need to kind of communicate to everybody in Fairfield, hey, these things are going on and they're worthwhile and they're a lot of fun, and get them out of their houses again, because since the pandemic, people got used to staying home and they're slowly starting to inch back out.
Yeah.
And I consider you a part of this Music City project because...
Oh, really?
Because of your incredible talent as a pianist, organ player, and helping to promote and certainly record, videotape, what have you, these different concerts. And certainly your role here as the Golden Magnolia is really significant and should be applauded.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, but also your role in terms of, sort of documenting what's going on in the Sondheim Center is just nothing less than, hey, it's such a incredible asset that, again, more people don't take advantage of, and it's just, they don't really know, or it's not communicated well enough to them of all these talents. And then we've got this new ballroom coming online.
Blue Rose.
The Blue Rose, which is, by all accounts, is state-of-the-art acoustics, performance space, and they want to really bring in some top talent to perform there.
And they want to create a community center that people feel comfortable hanging out all day and having some drinks and some little food and talking to friends, reading books, playing chess. That's also part of the vision.
It's a part of our cafe culture.
Yeah.
Fairfield, unlike a lot of places, has a cafe culture. Kind of like Paris has a cafe culture, famous for it, certainly.
Yeah.
Amsterdam, famous for its cafe culture, most European cities, but Fairfield, unique to that, and it's like, hey, people congregate at the BP gas station in the morning, have coffee there. You know where they also congregate to have coffee in the morning?
No.
McDonald's.
Yeah, I heard about
McDonald's
that.
is like, they call it McCafe now.
Really?
Yeah, there's people that hang out there, they go there, it's probably not you or I, but they have their own, they have their own clientele. And then there's...
I was wondering where people were going these days, so...
and of course Cafe Paradiso.
Yeah.
And there used to be some other coffee places as well, but the fact is that there is that cafe culture, and it becomes a creative hotspot. I call them even an economic gardening hotspot, where people can cross mingle, share ideas, and I love that concept for the Blue Rose, because it'd be fun to hang out there.
Yeah.
Because you go into those places, you go into Cafe Paradiso, or in the days, the other one was Revelations. You would go in there and you would always connect with somebody you needed to see something about, and there was so much connectivity going on in our community in those places.
We also have Everybody's Cafe.
And Everybody's Cafe.
There's a lot of traffic now.
Yeah, and there used to be a lot of people that went to the Caribou.
Oh
coffee.
yes, yeah.
And now that's
like
Mia's
that
Pizza.
Yeah.
People. I was surprised the number of people I'd see in there because they said, "Yeah, I don't get bothered so much here, but there's good Wi-Fi, and it's I can have a meeting, and it's kind of private."
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got a cafe culture where that's a thing to promote, and that's a big part of creating a entrepreneurial and a creative class in Fairfield, especially provide cross-fertilization between writers and musicians, artists, entrepreneurs, and what have you. And I think that's kind of ingrained into Fairfield. We just want to fan those flames of what's going on here in terms of music.
Speaking of which, what do you see as the next steps of moving forward with this idea of Fairfield as a music city?
One is I'm developing a short video.
I heard about that.
Talking about
maybe
Fairfield as a music
some of this
video.
stuff is going to be used in your video.
Yeah, it could. And the fact is that I've done interviews with like Steve McLean and Tim Britton, Fred Gradson, and just to name a few, Andy Swanson.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know of. He's
No,
a young guy born in Fairfield. He's one of the
very successful
DJ. He's also wrote and created his own beautiful music.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, it's right in our backyard, and we not know about. He was born in Fairfield. A really famous American artist was born in Fairfield, and that was Greg Brown.
Oh, Greg Brown, yes.
Greg Brown. He's got even a song about
Fairfield. I love
Fairfield.
his Fairfield song.
Oh, everybody. I do too. And he was, at one time he said he was playing someplace nearby, and I asked him, hey, you can play the Fairfield song? He said, do you think I should? Would people be offended? I said, no, we love it. It's our song. You wrote it, but it's
a lot of money in Fairfield. I got to get me some.
I know. and he blows smoke on Ottumwa and Burlington.
Yeah, Ottumwa is not really.
I know. So anyway, I love him, and I'm hoping he's retired, but I hope he'll come back and perform in Fairfield. I'm sure if we'd ask him to, he would. Next steps for Fairfield Music City. Going to do a short video for Fairfield, for potential investors into the music business here, for artists who may not know about Fairfield, what's going on here. And then starting in September, we're going to have some workshops for musicians talking about how to make money in the music business.
Perfect.
What you'll need to do to attract investors. This is the same thing we did 25 years ago for entrepreneurs. I started developing boot camps for entrepreneurs, investment conferences, and it really put the attention on Fairfield. And then, of course, Fairfield became known as the rural entrepreneurial capital of the Midwest. It really was the model. I ended up going out to probably 100 communities all over the country, from Savannah to Alaska, telling the Fairfield story. I was paid, some cases, thousands of dollars.
Wow.
In one case, $25,000 just to talk about Fairfield.
What year was that?
Probably 2004 to,
I had no idea.
until 8 years ago, before the pandemic. Yeah, I was traveling, probably once a month, going to some conference.
So you're going to do another tour?
Oh, I don't have anything planned. I haven't had any invitations, but I was able to speak at like the U.S. Department of Conference Symposium on 21st Century Economic Development, and I gave my basic pitch. The title of the talk was "Entrepreneur Rhymes with Manure." And people loved it because they understood with entrepreneurship. I said, it's not about a successful entrepreneur. It's about failed entrepreneurs. You need failed entrepreneurs to create compost for an entrepreneurial ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
And it's most entrepreneurs aren't successful the first time through. It might be the second or third time. And those failed businesses are experience. For the office space that becomes available, comes cheap office space, furniture, employees.
Yeah.
And you need that churn. You need that turnover.
Yeah.
And that's something that most people hadn't really thought that much about. And I said, I'm from Fairfield, Iowa. This is I can explain this and take license for this because this is one of the places where the manure spreader was invented. But people remembered that.
Are you talking about Loudon now?
Yeah, William Loudon. Other people make claims to it, but he was one of the guys that invented it.
Absolutely.
One of the other things that he invented was one of the most famous inventions to come out of Fairfield was the monorail.
Oh, really?
And I'm not talking about the Disneyland monorail.
No.
Although some people turned his monorail system into a little Disney monorail in their toy stores.
Yeah.
But it was the monorail system that every factory in the world uses to move goods around, and they still do.
Up higher.
Yeah. He modeled it off. They moved bales of hay with a pulley system.
Right.
And he was at a trade show in Chicago at McCormick Place, probably over 120 years ago. And the guy said, "Hey, could you develop something like this for my factory?" And then Fairfield became famous for its monorail.
Good. So there's going to be all kinds of course offerings and presentations and this and that and the other thing coming up in the fall.
What's coming out of this, what's coming out of this is people have really great ideas. Won't describe all those ideas right now, but if we could, for example, attract even local attention, either in terms of grants or investors, to create like a recording studio.
There you go.
Or podcast venue, teach people how to podcast, teach people, have courses, teach them how to get online and make money online, and find and develop content.
Yeah.
And whether it's people here, like the investor that I talked about earlier, who brought this idea of a band, he wants to move to Fairfield and have an office here. He thinks he couldn't do this.
Wow.
Develop TV projects, film projects, or music investments in DC. He thinks Fairfield's the place to do it, and I've kind of sold him on it.
Yeah.
And so he's going to come here and take a look at it and see if he can be a catalyst for some of the other things. I've met with other folks here in town, said, listen, we're going to need all hands on deck to help put together, figure out where we need to provide financial support, how can we get the financial support, and build the infrastructure we need to really make this little engine go.
And Fairfield is kind of the perfect place for doing this kind of thing because we have high-speed internet here, we have a good feeling, we have low prices compared to other places, but we can reach every place in the world from here.
Exactly.
So if there's some creative people here who can create content and it can go online, it can go very far.
When I raised money over 25 years ago from California investors, I sold them on the idea that Fairfield was a digital suburb of San Jose, and that a dollar invested here would go 8 times farther.
There you go.
And they got that. Today, in the news, Fairfield was named one of the 7 most intelligent cities in the country.
Yeah.
It was 20 years ago when I framed the name for Fairfield and the region as the Brain Belt.
The brain belt. That's
because
good.
people always talked about the Rust Belt and people moving away. I said, no, this is the brain belt. And bingo, finally, you know, this is validation that something I've known about for a long time because of the level of education, the quality of education. I was home to like 50 private colleges and universities. It's like people don't remember all that.
Right.
So it's the other thing it was announced was this is one of the 8 best places in Iowa to retire. For smaller cities, because who wants to retire in a big city? Although you know, Iowa City has hospitals nearby, so if you're needing that, then that's okay too. But I think in terms of cultural activity, we've got a huge art scene here.
Yes, we do.
We have a lot of filmmakers now. I mean, I've won 25 international film awards that most people don't even know about. Most people never seen my films, but that's okay. You know, maybe someday they will. But the fact is that we need to fan the flames of our music scene and make our current musicians more successful and more financially stable.
Good. So in the interest of not making videos that are too long, we will close it down here, Burt, and I thank you for your vision over all these decades.
Thank you.
And good luck to Fairfield becoming a music city. It's great.
All right.
Okay.